are very proud to have a world champion, and you epitomize what it is to be a throwback fighter. Just to open things up, what are your thoughts, after taking a few minutes to think about it, on the results of the fight?
Yeah, it was a good war, I'd say. I started off well. Fundora's a awkward type of opponent, very tall, rangy, flicks that jab. I feel like I did isolate his punches where I was able to sort of feel him out. I think the cut did, of course, did play a part a bit. I couldn't see anything, and there was plenty of blood, but no excuses. The better man won tonight, and pretty stoked to say that I fought in this arena. And yeah, I want to come back and do it again and fight the very best out there. Had 1 week notice, but yeah, it is what it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please raise your hand, and once again, we'll try to get you the mic. Questions for Tim.
Tim, congratulations, always all heart. I don't know if you guys are able to confirm it. Is there a rematch clause, Tim, and do you feel like you want to run it back with Fundora?
Look, of course I would. He's got my belt now, but I'm gonna have a little 2-week rest, and then I'll get back in the gym. I think I want to fight the best. I want to make the mega fights happen. We're able to do this in T-Mobile Arena. It's pretty unreal, So the biggest fights possibly to make, and I'm still chasing the. I still believe I'm at the very top of the tree.
Hi, Tim. Cynthia Conte from Best Women's Boxing Show, period. With that elbow, going into the corner, what was your trainer or your whole team telling you how to go about in your game plan, since the blood was gushing everywhere? And also, were you surprised that Fundora actually boxed, because literally everyone thought he was going to be in a phone booth fight with you?
Yeah, because I sort of eliminated his shots to fight in the phone booth. So I think he only had one option, was to fight me on range. And what my team was saying was stay focused, like round by round. I remember coming out, and I remember just like putting my head down like that, and it was like a fountain, just like fountain of blood coming out. I was like, okay, this can't be good.
Tim, right here. Marcus Hayes of Fight Hub TV.
Yeah.
First, congratulations on such a wonderful fight. It's sad that there had to be a loser tonight. I wanted to ask you, tonight I talked to Stitch Duran, and he described your cut as the worst type of cut there is in boxing. Once you received the cut and you had been bleeding for about 7 or 8 rounds, did you notice anything physically? Did you feel tired? Did you feel like you were kind of being drained, or was it just bleeding?
No, it was just, the eyesight was gone. I literally couldn't see. I had to wipe my eyes non-stop. Like physically, I felt still alright. Still, it was just, yeah, you're fighting with blurry vision. It's not ideal, especially with Fundora.
Tim, just on that, was there any thought to like trying to get the fight stopped when you couldn't see it?
Well, for me to tell the ref?
Yeah, or your team, was it a consideration at any point?
I took some Fundora on a week's notice. I am who I am. I'm a warrior, and this is what I do. Like, whatever, a bit of blood ain't never killed nobody, let's just say that.
And the American commentary team seems to suggest that the corner didn't have the right ointment to fix it. Were you happy with what was there?
No comment.
Tim over here. Harold Guerra, UNLV TV. I know you were very excited to make your Las Vegas debut. It's every boxer and combat athlete's dreaming to fight out here in the fight capital of the world. So after the fight, Errol Spence went up in the ring. He obviously wants that fight now with Fundora. So did you get to see that, and what is your reaction to that?
With who? Fundora and Errol Spence?
Yeah. Errol Spence went in the ring and called the fight with.
Yeah. interesting. I'd love to fight Errol Spence as well. I went up to him, I go, let me know if you want to get it on sometime.
And with that Las Vegas topic, there was actually a lot of Tim Tszyu shirts throughout the week here in Las Vegas. How did that make you feel fighting so far away from home, but yeah, there being a big fan presence for you?
Yeah, like the crowd turned up, you know, like it's pretty cool. Like I've gone, sorry, still bleeding. Yeah, I was mainstream in Australia, and my goal was to, you know, step outside of that and come here to the States and have that Mexican type style and go to war. You know, that's what I like to bring. I bring the heat no matter what, like warrior mentality. That's what I'm all about. So I want to appeal to this market and bring these type of like fights. You know, like these are the fights you want to see.
One more question.
Hey Tim, how are you? This is Najee from Cigar Talk. Obviously, the opponent change happened from Keith to Fundora within a few weeks. I can only assume just, you know, your preparation and what you did for Keith, you know, drastically shifted how this fight went. Can you speak to that? Just maybe how, you know, as far as game planning was concerned, or, you know, even just taking this fight on short notice, how that played into how the fight went tonight?
No, I think that didn't play a part. You know, I was able to adapt. In the first 2 rounds, I felt quite comfortable, and he just came up on top. That's all it was. He was the better man tonight. He won by 1 round, split decision. So, look, it is what it is. We move on, and the show goes on.
I just want to say that that's one of the bravest performances by an Australian athlete that we've seen. For a bloke who could not see for 10 rounds of the fight, but still turned up against a very formidable opponent in Sebastian Fundora. And Tim Tszyu is an absolute credit to Australia. This is not the end of Tim Tszyu at all. It's just the beginning. It just means that we're going to get that rematch happening, and we'll be ready for more fights.
Well, Tim, thank you. I'm sure this is certainly not going to be the last we see of you here. So once again, Tim Tszyu, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be back momentarily as Sebastian Fundora is about to make his way to the stage.